moving to Florida.
Okay, what's it do?
It's not
When?
like soon.
How soon is soon? Are we
Like
talking of months?
No, like weeks.
Whoo! Okay, this is quite interesting. Quite interesting. Dropping the bombshell just like that I'm moving to Florida. Annoyingly, we know exactly what Jasmine does. She does follow him.
I have a place already signed, and
What?
I've already paid the lease on it. Yeah, but I gotta
I
do
get
it.
it, but I live with you.
I hear you. For months now, like I've been extending my lease on my apartment. My rent has literally doubled.
But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? This guy is one hell of a clown. The biggest simp of all simps when it comes to 90 Day. I swear to God. Because how is this guy legit been this whole time paying double of his lease with the hopes of that Jasmine's finally gonna want to be with him? She's finally gonna want to call him daddy, call him hubby, call him her man. Well, we know she calls him baby daddy. We know that much. But nonetheless, though, that is crazy work. I wouldn't even call that love. I'd call that insanity. Legit, this whole time, this guy's been paying near enough double of his rent because he was waiting on Jasmine to finally make a choice. Because he was waiting on Gina to finally tell her that it's over. The level of desperation behind that move is just not good. It's ugly. It's horrible. It's insanity. But anyway.
Because you moved in with me, and I'm extending it so you can figure it out with Gino.
Imagine that. Broski sat there and stood there and said, I extended it so you can figure out your shiz with Gino. Who in their right mind extends their lease for their apartment or whatever he lives in to end up paying more money for a woman to figure out her shiz with another man, which of course we know is her husband, but another man. Because he's hoping that once she figures out her shiz with him, it means that she's going to want to be with him. So once she figures her shiz out with Gino, it means that she's going to want to be with Matt. That is one hell of a financial gamble right there. A financial gamble that gives you no refund. A financial gamble that doesn't even give you returns in APR. You know, it doesn't even give you no winnings back. If you're gambling your money in a casino, there's a potential you may win more money back, or you may lose it all. This guy is gambling based on losing all of his money for the sake of a woman that is married and actively still trying to make a relationship work with her husband. And the maddest thing about it is that Gino cut Jasmine off for months, threw her out of the house, cut her off from communications apart from email, and she was still there lingering around waiting to be with that guy or to figure things out with that guy while she was living in your place that you extended. You was paying more for. You see the way right now he's like this? Boy. Yeah.
I cannot believe Matt's level of stupidity.
Trust me, we all feel the same way. The difference is she's doing it for different reasons. Well, she's questioning stupidity for different reasons, but let's get into it.
I want to have a relationship with you. But at the same time, he's making all the important decisions that are going to directly affect my life.
You know how self-centered this woman is. She's saying that this man is making all the decisions that's going to directly affect her life. Did she not listen? Did she miss the part where this man has fully said that I have extended my stay here. I have even been paying more here in Michigan for the sake of you to figure out your life. But it's got to a point now where I've had a job offer in Florida, so therefore I'm going to take it, and I can't keep waiting around for you to decide your shiz. But she wants to sit there and be the typical Jasmine and be like, this man does not understand, he does not fathom how he's making a decision that is going to affect my life. Can we say that we're surprised? Absolutely not. Oh my goodness gracious me.
I don't like how this is looking.
You know, Matt has obviously spent do you know what? Matt made a point. He said that he has spent more time living with Jasmine than Jasmine has living with Gina over the years they've been together. That's what he said. Which technically means he should know Jasmine way much more than Gina knows Jasmine, technically speaking, if you look at it in that aspect. point being is that he said one of the reasons why he held her back from telling Jasmine this information sooner is because he was aware of how she was going to react. So therefore, because he's able to identify the way she was going to react, and he's also identified the fact that he spent more time with Jasmine, living with her, than Juno has in the whole time they've been together, that means he will also know and should know that Jasmine is a massive narcissist. And no matter what you say, she's always going to flip it in a way that's going to make her look like or make her feel as if she is the victim in the matter, even if she's not. And in this situation, she can't sit there and talk about how she's the victim. Now, don't get me wrong, should Matt have spoken up earlier, speaking about there was a job opportunity coming up? Absolutely, he definitely should have used his voice for that. Him not doing that is on him. That is a very stupid and clownish behavior. Okay, so that, yeah, there's no covering that bit. But at the same time, though, should she at least acknowledge the fact that this man was, doing a very nice deed for her? Probably, yeah. But is she going to? Never. But based on the preview for next week's episode, it's looking like that next week's episode may be the episode that Jasmine reveals to Gina for the first time that she is now pregnant. But we have to wait and see. That's how it's looking. But we'll see obviously how that pans out. But nonetheless, though, it's one hell of a calamity. But as you know, it is Monday, and Monday obviously we do live streams. Okay, so I hope to see you guys later on there today. But with that being said, stay tuned for some more 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After content to come throughout today as well. Nonetheless, though, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.